Hello everyone, this is Parmita Katkar, your lifestyle portrait photographer from Chicago who enjoys making videos for everyone who wants to look good in pictures or in person. In case you're not a subscriber yet, you know what to do. Go down and hit that subscribe button so you can watch all my amazing videos and tips and tricks and hacks that can make you look better in every picture. Go like my videos, comment so you can connect with me, I can connect with you, and I can share more amazing videos with you in future. So I just got back from a big vacation in India, and in case you're wondering why I'm still wearing this big heavy bridal sherwani / jacket, well, that's because today we are talking about what I wore for the wedding. And this is the only one I could not wear at the wedding, so I said why not wear it for today's episode. She's lying. This is the only one she could not fit into because she had gained so much weight by the end of 2 months. Shocking. But it's true. I mean, I was in India for 2 months, guys, and it was just binging, eating, sugar, desserts, amazing food, and no workout at all. So, well, I'm back, and that's not what we're talking about today. We will talk about what I wore at the great big Indian wedding. And in case you like to experiment with your looks and you want to present yourself in new and different ways, then there is nothing and no place better than Indian weddings. After all, where else in the world would you find over 1,000 odd eyes looking at you at the same time? So you want to put your best foot forward, right? So let's see what I wore for the wedding in India. I attended almost 8 functions, and here are my looks. If you saw my last episode where I talked about how to look good in a sari, that's what I wore to welcome guests. Along with the beautiful green Upada silk sari, I was wearing the Kundan gold set. This was a very traditional Telugu wedding in Hyderabad. We started this with a function called Pelli Kutru, where we get the bride ready for the wedding. I am the oldest daughter-in-law in the family, so there were a lot of functions, ceremonies, and rituals that I had to be a part of, which also means I had to wear a lot of saris. I decided to spice up my sari looks every time because I have a constant issue of getting bored with the same look. So I decided to change up this look 180 degrees. What I mean is, instead of pleating in front of the sari, I designed this can-can skirt in kind of peachy pink color and put all the pleats at the back. So if you're familiar with the South Indian half sari concept, well, I followed the same concept, and instead of wearing a small dupatta, I used the sari for its length, or let me call it its strength and not its limitation. I draped it with the pleats at the back along with the big can-can skirt, which actually created a more royal, elegant, and lehenga-ish look. Anything long in my neck might have been a little distracting, so I just went with this beautiful choker from Tirosh Jewelers, and I later added this waist belt to create this more slimmer waist effect. Unfortunately, I lost all my Mehndi function footage, but considering how clumsy I am with henna or Mehndi on my hands, I decided to wear something very simple for the function. So my friend Yogita, who's a designer, helped me make something very simple in cotton. It was a long kurta with long cotton lehenga with simple and elegant silver jewelry. Next morning was a function called Vodugu. It's a boys' side function. It was only my husband who needed to be a part of the ceremony. My presence was needed, but I had nothing much to do. So I decided to go with something very simple this morning and saved my better look for the evening, which was the Sangeet function. Because the sari had a beautiful bright yellow and green border, I paired it with this neck piece, which is all semi-precious stones, along with the earrings that have a hint of green in them. For Sangeet, I decided to create this Indo-Western look with off-shoulder blouse in bright yellow with a high-waisted skirt. I did not choose to wear very traditional Indian earrings either. They were light, but they looked heavy, and so was my bracelet. Some people get high on alcohol, but then there are people like who just need music and dance floor. So I needed everything very light and comfortable. And that's what I got for my Sangeet function. I want to thank my friend Yogita who helped me put this look together. मुन्ना थोड़ा ऑफ बीट है पर कुछ नहीं सारे After this crazy wild night, I knew no one would have energy to dress up for the next morning's function. And there was no reason to, because it was the cricket match. It was a very intense match between the boys and the girls' side teams. So any heavy Indian look would anyway be unsuitable for a morning like this. So I wore what you're seeing right now, a white shirt, a colorful skirt, bright red lipstick, along with this playful pearl necklace. It wasn't too heavy and I think it matched the occasion perfectly. Our next function was the Milini function. Milini function is where the boys and the girls side exchange gifts, and I again went with the silk sari. By now you would have noticed that I'm not much into printed silk saris. I like plain saris, and just like sometimes you buy the jewelry to match the outfit, I sometimes go the other way around. I actually buy the jewelry first and then match an outfit or a sari to it. So I think all the jewelry I had planned also looked much better with plain saris. For all these functions I had just one clutch, and trust me, this clutch had two different colors on both the sides and it matched every occasion perfectly. Ta-da! And then there was the big finale, the wedding. Yet again an occasion where I thought the back of my sari should get as much attention as the front. So I decided to keep the sari simple. It had enough of zari on it. So behind my blouse, a hand embroidered pattern that I had designed myself fetched me tons of compliments. Just like the Milni function, I again wore temple jewelry for this function, and of course, it was a big hit once again. I had planned to wear this sherwani for one of the functions after the wedding, but I was extremely tired to attend the function, so I thought, why not wear it for the video today? So with this being the last look at the wedding, my episode comes to an end. Let me know how you liked all my looks at this South Indian wedding, and for those who have been inquiring a lot about how to pose in lehengas and for North Indian weddings, that's coming up soon too. But for now, from next week, we will be getting back to our regular videos on how you can kill people with those looks, how to highlight your strengths and hide your weaknesses when you're taking your next picture or portrait. Wait! Don't go anywhere till you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And I have 2 accounts. If you want to see what kind of a photographer I am, then follow me on blushwithme_photofactory. No, that is not my account. My account is blushwithme_Parmeeta. I have a second account. It's called Parmeeta Katkar_photofactory, where you can see my portraits, my pictures, my tips and tricks that I also share on this channel. So don't forget to follow me on both my accounts. Losing my mind. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys.